so today I'm here in my kitchen and my comfy little Juicy Couture outfit, and I am going to share with you a really fun Christmas recipe. I don't really have a name for it. It's like a Christmas cookie bark, I guess. You'll see. It's you mix everything up, you put it in a pan, and then after it is done in the refrigerator, I'd put it in the refrigerator to help it harden. You can leave it out, but I found that if you put it in the refrigerator, it helps. But once you take it out, after about an hour and a half, you can flip it over and take it out of the container, and then you can break it up into pieces, like bark, or like, you know how like peanut brittle or that sort of thing is just in random chunks, or you can cut it if you want like perfect squares or triangles, whatever you want. That's the type of recipe that I'm going to be showing you today. So stay tuned if you want to learn how to make this really fun and easy. It is super easy. You really cannot mess it up. Like, sometimes there are things you can mess up. You can cook it too long, you can burn it, you cannot add something. There are very few ingredients in this, and there is nothing that you can really do to not do a certain step correctly. So it's easy. You'll love it. It tastes so good. Everyone's gonna love it. So stay tuned if that's something you are interested in learning. Bye guys. Alright, so to start off with, what you are going to need are 2 bowls. I've got 2 bowls out here, a really big one, and they're both pretty big. So these 2, the pan that you're going to use, any sort of pan like this, if you have a glass pan, just not too deep, you know, any pan about this size will work. Your Pam, your cooking spray, your non-stick cooking spray, your Oreos, and your chocolate chips. And you're also going to use your vanilla, your little imitation vanilla. But I don't have that with me right now because I don't need it right now. So first I'm going to start by spraying the pan. I like to do this right now and spray it really, really, really good so that your cookie pieces are not going to stick to it. And I like to spray it first before I get started with anything else. Ooh. I like to spray it first so that it has time to really sit. I found that helps a lot better, and it actually will work. So then I take the smaller of the 2 bowls, and I take my cookies, and I like to use the double stuffed Oreo cookies because there's even more filling in them. Open them up and put 20 of them in your bowl. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So you can add 20 of them, and it's almost a full package. You have like, I think 6 or 8 left, I don't know. Take a wooden spoon, I mean anything really, but I like to use a spoon because you're going to use it later anyway, so you're not going to dirty anything else. You have them on your bowl, and just start smashing them. That's all you have to do. Just start smashing them into small pieces. And this is fun if you do have children that you need to preoccupy and they want to help you in the kitchen, but you don't want them to mess anything up. You really cannot mess this up. Just smash all the cookies. I'm done smashing up my cookies. It's just a bunch of little pieces. You want them pretty small, but you obviously don't want to crush them until there are not even cookie chunks left. It's just a dust. So I'm done with that, and next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my really big bowl, and I'm going to take my little white chocolate chips. You can use chocolate chips, not white, just milk chocolate if you want, but since I like to use the white because my Oreos add a lot of chocolate to it. So this is just the Nestle, but you can use what you want. And what you're going to need is 2 bags of the 12 ounce, so 24 ounces total. So whatever size bag you get, if you only get an 8 ounce, you're obviously going to need 3 bags. So put both bags in your bowl. So that's like 3 cups. 3 cups worth of chocolate chips, or white chocolate chips rather. Okay. So now what you're going to do is throw these in the microwave until they are melted. It takes, I don't know, just kind of keep an eye on it. It varies on your microwave. It takes about, for my microwave and for this mini, because there is quite a few, it takes about between 30 and like 45 seconds, I guess. But keep an eye on it. Don't let it burn. Just enough so it's melted and you can stir it. So that's what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pop these in the microwave and I will show you after I'm done. Alright, I am back with my melted chocolate chips. And just an update, it definitely took a minute to melt it. Not about 45 seconds. It took a little bit longer. I don't know if it's because I stopped it halfway between to make sure it wasn't melting and then they got a little bit colder, but a minute's time is going to be perfect, and this is what you want. You want them to be melted enough so you can't tell that they were chocolate chips. So now what you're going to do is add some vanilla. Just the pure vanilla extract you can get. It's like between $1 and $2 at Walmart or any grocery store. What you're going to add is 1 teaspoon. Sadly, I can't find my teaspoon, so this is a half teaspoon. So I'm going to add 2 to get a full teaspoon. And if you get a few extra drops in there, it's not really a big deal at all. So stir that in. Okay, so now I have stirred my, so you can see it's kind of making it more of a brown color, but that just adds some flavor to it and everything like that. So now you're going to pour in your cookie chunks from earlier. Okay, and now you're going to stir it up again. You're going to create, this is your batter, and we are almost done. This is how quick this recipe is. So this part's not that hard. Just make sure you get it, everything coated, stirred up pretty evenly. Just like this. Okay, and now you can see it's kind of, this reminds me of cookie dough. Like the cookie dough ice cream. I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? The chocolate chip or the cookies and cream? That's what I'm looking for. The cookies and cream ice cream is what this reminds me of. The cookies and cream cookie dough ice cream, I guess. Okay, so we have that all mixed. It doesn't take that long to mix that up. And you want to do it right away though, before your chocolate starts to harden and not be so hot. So now take your pan that we sprayed earlier and just, I like to take it by spoonfuls instead of trying to hold the bowl over it because it never works. I'm not very strong and I can't hold the bowl with one hand and hold the pan and the spoon. So I just like to take it by spoonfuls and drop it in. And what you're going to do is just kind of even it out so it fills up the whole pan. I'm not going to show you every little part of it, but what you can also do if you prefer is you can line your pan with wax paper, and it makes it a little bit easier when you are taking them out, but I've never had a problem without using the waxed paper, but I've also tried it with it, and it's really just your preference. Charlie, why are you growling? I don't know if you just heard that, but Charlie is down there growling for no reason at all. He is perfectly fine. So I'm just covering up my entire pan, and this is a perfect size. I think this is an 11 by 7 pan. I don't know where it tells you. They recommended 9 by 9 in the recipe, but this works. I found that this fits perfectly because you don't want them to be too thick. So I almost have it all in there, but once you have it all in, just, you know, spread it off into the corners, and then all you're going to do is let it sit. I would recommend putting it in the fridge. Alright, I just removed it from the pan. Here's the pan, and you can see it easily slid out. I just turned it over and it fell right out. Well, this is the top of it. As you can see the back, how smooth it is. But as you can tell, it went perfectly fine without me lining it with wax paper. It came out no problems. And it did crack in half on the way out. So I just wanted to quickly show you what happens. And all you're going to do is just like break it. Look at it. Then you just got big chunks. Or you can cut it into even pieces if you'd like. But I kind of like it like this. And look at the inside. Look how yummy that looks. So that is the completed look. Like I said, after it's cold, I would let it sit for a little while before you eat it. You do not need to refrigerate it now. Now that it's frozen or cold enough and that it's solid, it's going to stay in a solid form. Just keep it in an airtight container for sure. Like a little Tupperware container, or wrap it really tightly in saran wrap, something like that. Keep it in an airtight container, but it does not need to be stored in the refrigerator. It'll stay hard like this. So I hope you enjoyed my little tutorial, and I hope you make this and enjoy it and it tastes yummy.